So hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We're going to discuss about the topic delivery and distribution of television engineering subject, and already part 1 of video is made. Please kindly do refer for the first video, and this is part 2 of video, where in the part 1 we discussed about the delivery concept, that is all these things about the delivery concept and what are A by 78, A by 53 standards, and what does the ATSC standards do about digital video broadcasting and enhanced vestigial sideband versions, what are the initial drawbacks of it and how does it cope up, and finally made as an optional mode. All these kinds of things are discussed in the first part. Do refer. And then in today's video we are discussing about the delivery concept, distribution concept, and what is this, and here what is ATSC satellite standards. See, this Advanced Television Systems Committee made some satellite standards. What are those? ATSC issued a standard for transmission over satellites. In order to transmit the data over satellite, it ensured some standards. What are they? It is called as DVB-S or DVB-EN. Some numerical code will be there. That is 300421 satellite standards. It is their kind of naming the standard. DVB is nothing but the digital video broadcasting. So it includes the satellite standard, framing structure, channel coding and modulation techniques for 11 or 12 GHz satellite services. With these specifications of respective gigahertz, it includes satellite standards, framing structure and some modulation techniques. So what are those which are required for the transmission over satellite? See, A/80, it is already a 2 marks question important in this chapter, which is already discussed in my previous videos. We can see in them. And this A/80 is a concept. It is a standard which is a sub-concept of this ATSC satellite standards. It is formally known as a modulation coding requirements for digital TV. When we see the word A/80, it is a twin word which come along with this word called as modulation and coding requirements for digital TV applications over satellite standard. Yes, it describes about the QPSK phase shift keying, 8 phase shift keying, quadrature phase shift keying and quadrature amplitude modulation, the forward error correction, coding techniques, data delivered over satellite for the distribution applications and DTV version. So what are these 3 lines explained about the techniques used in this A/80 standard, and by using these techniques, how is the data delivered over satellite for the distribution applications and DTV version. Yes, the A/81 standard, which is also called as direct to home satellite broadcast standard, defines the emission systems for an ATSC DTH satellite broadcast system. So for an ATSC DTH satellite broadcast system, it defines how the data is emitted towards it. The document includes the extensions to the video. Extents are nothing but JPG, like PNG, PDF, dot video. See, dot, the words after dot, those are called as extensions. The dot JPG, dot PDF, dot PNG, all these kinds of formats are there, no, in which data is classified. So this document includes those extensions to their respective extensions to the video, audio, etc. So those extensions for PISP subsystem with compliance, that means with matching to the A/53B and A/65A standards, as well as the data broadcasting that cope up with the A/90 without extensions. So what are those standards with A/53B and A/65A with extensions? Those data broadcasts that comply with the A/90 without extensions. So, and the second topic is ATSC distributed transmission. What does this topic tells us about? See, this ATSC recommended distributed transmission method with some standards of support to construction of a single frequency network transmission system exploiting the distribution transmission. In older days, generally the systems are the single frequency networking transmission systems. They are only with a single frequency. And transmission with such a single frequency network is also a bit difficult. So it has a potential to increase the coverage and services of DTV transmissions as the original analog channel. As it has a single frequency, it is an analog channel, and compared to this analog channel, it has some more potential to increase the coverage and services. Yeah, see, it can provide for the tuning. Tuning is nothing but amplify the transmitter, timing and other characteristics via additional information encapsulated with a specific packet structure. Encapsulated means keep stored inside. With a specific packet structure and data being stored inside this structure, it can provide for the tuning and other characteristics for the additional information. So co-channel interference can be reduced by employing multiple distributed transmitters at low power level. See, when for a single frequency network, I said already before, it is a bit difficult. Means some interference will take place, and since it only have a single frequency, one channel may be interfered to the other channel. So it is quite difficult. So when we employ a multiple distributed transmitters, it cannot have a worry that channels can mix with each other. So there is no co-channel interference, which would definitely lead to a proper output. See, ATSC developed a recommended practice of some standards as a guidance for the expert team in design and deployment. Deployment means installation of compliant distributed transmission networks. So, for these distributed transmission networks, it has provided a set of rules. What are they? First one, A/110A. It is also called a synchronization standard for distributed transmission, revision. So, it is quite similar to the distributed transmission and revision. What does it describe? It describes the multiple distributed transmission synchronization concept and synchronization methods in detail. How does this transmitted data syncs with the reception data, and how does a proper output comes, and their method of compatibility with each other is described in the concept. I mean, under this standard of A/110A, the synchronization concept is explained. Coming to the second standard kept by them, that is A/111 standard, which is also known as design of synchronized multiple transmitter networks. In the first standard, how does it sync concept is explained. Here, how do we design those synchronized multiple transmitter networks is explained in the standard. A recommended practice which scrutinize the class of transmitters and their design employed in the SFNS and MFNS. There are a group of standards, a group of mixed networks, a class of transmitters are present among which it scrutinizes. That means it pick which really suits with the design of the synchronized multiple, and their design is employed. That means used in the SFNS and MFNS. SFNS nothing but single frequency network systems, and multiple frequency network systems. So yes, this is the distribution part of the delivery and distribution concept. In today's video, what do we discussed about? Okay, so we started with the ATSC satellite standards. What are ATSC satellite standards, and what is A/80 standard, why it is famously known as, and A/81 standard, and what is it also called as, and what do the documents inside include with extensions, without extensions concept, ATSC distributed transmission system, and what is single frequency network system and why does it fail, what is the problem it causes, nothing but the channel interference, and how do we rectify that problem using multiple distributed transmitters, and what are the practices which are recommended by the ATSC, nothing but A/110A, which deals with the synchronization, and the second one A/111, which deals with the design of those synchronized multiple transmitter networks. So with this video we completed the chapter, we completed the concept called as delivery and distribution. So delivery part is explained in the first part 1 video, and this is the distribution part is explained in the second video. And thanks for watching. We'll be back with my series of next video. Thank you.